Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 on the PlayStation 5 as we continue our new car showcase. The other day, we tried out the Lamborghini Sturato. Yesterday, we tried out the Lamborghini Revelto. And today, we're trying something a little bigger. This is the Hennessy Mammoth 6x6. It is the most powerful truck Hennessy has ever made. The way you need to unlock this is by going and completing one skill mode in Horizon Realm. What an unbelievably cool thing. It's not every day you get gifted a brand new Hellcat-powered truck. Let's go do a sound test. Absolute smash. As per usual, this wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about the Hennessy Mammoth 6x6. So before I talk about this, I need to explain what this is. It's a regular Dodge Ram pickup truck. And then Ram was like, yeah, that's good, but what if we made it better? So Ram, from the factory, sold, or still does sell, a Ram TRX, which is essentially a Dodge Ram with a Hellcat engine in it, with 700 horsepower. And it's insane. It is a wild truck. The guys from Hennessy saw the Ram TRX and went, that's good, but what if we made it better? So the guys from Hennessy got it and then built what they call the Mammoth. And they built a couple of different versions. They built a Mammoth 900 and a Mammoth 1000. 900 horsepower and 1,000 horsepower. They're quite rare, and you basically take your car to Hennessy and they'll upgrade it for you. That's kind of what Hennessy does. It doesn't turn. It really doesn't turn. Hennessy then went, you know what's cool? 1,000 horsepower truck. But you know what's cooler? 1,000 horsepower truck with 6 wheels. So they got one of their Ram Mammoths, or their Hennessy Mammoths, and chopped the thing in half. They put a third axle in it. And the third axle isn't just for show. It has full Bilstein suspension on board, and it works. It actually works. You might be saying, this is a sick car. I agree with you. You know what makes me sick about this car? The price tag. Only 20 of these things were ever made, and they're all sold out, so you can't even get one if you want one. But the price tag is insane. $450,000. If it makes you feel any better, if you decide to buy one of these things, it does come with a 3-year warranty from Hennessy. So if your 1,000 horsepower engine has a skill issue and blows up, Hennessy will replace it. It's a little expensive. If you're the type of person who goes and buys a Ram 6x6, let's be honest, it's probably your 15th or 20th or 25th or even your 50th car. So it's not like you really care what the price tag is. That's an expensive car. Sorry, an expensive toy. It's a bit slow. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Nope, we're fine. Let's just go back to the festival and see what upgrades we can do to it. I think the real challenge is going to be, number one, can we get it to take a corner without understeering so wide it ends up in another county? And number two, will it have drift suspension, or do the developers still hate us? Mission number one, what engine swaps do we have? We have, what? That's a Ford GT Le Mans engine, or, well, the Huni truck engine. Wasn't expecting to see that, but okay. Then we've got a 1,500 horsepower Hot Wheels monster truck engine and the 1,750 horsepower V8. We'll come back to that. I'm gonna try to make it slower so we can go faster. I'm gonna give it the V6. I know it's a Ford engine. Don't worry about that. It makes us lighter and it brings our PI way down. We're already all-wheel drive, which is, well, 6-wheel drive. Wait, we actually have custom... The developers cooked. Okay. That's the world's smallest chase rack. If you want a chase rack on the back of your truck, well, sorry, in the middle of your truck, there you go. We also have a rear bumper that makes it look like the... Wait, it gets rid of the, like, Hennessy side pipe, and it changes the entire, like, rear bumper. And then last but not least, the side skirts, where we can give it those ones or those ones. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I'll talk about that in a sec. We might have a problem. We can't actually change the tire compound. So I've got to assume we're on road off-road tires. Certainly a choice. I'm gonna be honest, grip wasn't our issue in the last race. We have cornering issues. We can also make our tires bigger. So they're already 37s. I've got to assume that's a 39, a 41, and a 43-inch tire. That's ridiculous. Dude, those are, like, gonna touch. That's ridiculous. Also, we don't have any engine spacers, but I guess it is what it is. For the real moment of truth, can we put drift suspension on it? It's not looking good. That actually makes me very sad. We should all go on strike. Stop playing FH5 until they add drift suspension for truck. Anyways, I guess we'll go for some anti-roll bars. Thank you very much. The main thing we need, though, is a bit of weight reduction. And it's a lot of weight reduction. 2,000 pounds of weight reduction and fully upgraded brakes. All right, and then I guess last but not least, we'll get a little bit of extra horsepower on here to get us to the top of A-Class. A-Class? Oh, sick! We weigh 5,500 pounds, 1,400 horsepower. I think this should be good now. Chat, we've got advanced paint up. Paint group number 1 is the main body of the car. Okay, and then paint group number 2. Is it that black trim? Oh, it is the black trim. It's the little black trim at the bottom and this tiny piece at the back. Cool, I guess. What color from Hennessy is the best? So we've got silver, white, red's pretty cool. The gray, I like that gray. The blue is really, really nice. The orange, very cool. I like this, though. We also can't paint the wing mirrors because even though your truck costs 450 grand, they're still made of plastic. Is it going to be able to take a corner? Cross your fingers, place your bets now, and away we go. All right, there's a Mercedes 6x6 already right up behind. He's gonna overtake me, isn't he? He's gonna overtake me, isn't he? I thought he was gonna... That guy was almost gone. Goodbye, Bronco. It might be slow in the corners, but it's very good in the straights, and going down the mountain is perfect for it. I think I actually judged the Hennessy Mammoth too soon. I guess I should address the elephant in the room. Here's the problem with this truck, and why a lot of people are annoyed with this truck in this game. There's about 14 different Ford Raptors in Forza Horizon 5. There is one Dodge Ram in this game, and it's a concept car from like 2015. People have been asking for a regular Dodge Ram in FH5 ever since FH5 came out. Now, don't get me wrong, the 6x6 is awesome, but what would make it even better is if we had a regular version to compare it to showcase the differences between them. I'm always a big fan of driving cars at FH5 that you actually see, and considering Hennessy's only making 20 of these, you're probably not gonna see one. The only thing this thing is good at is the big landings and then just bullying your competition right out of the way. Looking at the top of a sand dune, you don't slow down. You just give it more and across the line. When you do 2,000 pounds of weight reduction, it's actually pretty good. I think this A-Class build is probably going to be the best build we're going to do today. And everything we're going to do from this point on is all going to be downhill. Because we can't swap the tire compound on this thing, as soon as we go for the 1,750 horsepower engine, it's never, ever, ever, ever gonna put the power down. I'm gonna give it the rear wing. Sure. I guess we will want the extra grip now. Good. I think that's all I can do. I think everything else is maxed out. Let's give it anti-lag, but that's it. The max PI for this is basically bottom of S1. Obviously, we weigh a little bit more with our big V8, but we've got 1,700 horsepower now, which I think is a nice improvement. Coco says the last 6x6 we got, which was the DeBerti C10, 2 of the rear wheels lose all traction after you rewind. Okay. So let me accelerate. That's a normal acceleration, then rewind, and then gun it. Why is my middle set of wheels in the ground? This is gonna be the best way to show it. Rip the handbrake. You see how both my rear sets of tires are like making lines on the ground? Making smoke and making lines on the ground and all of that until you rewind. And then you click play again. and then for some reason they drop into the ground, and now they don't do anything. That's a weird glitch, huh? I mean, on the bright side, that's gonna mean the drifting's gonna be really easy. Anyways, let's go race this thing now. The battle of the ultimate 6x... Did the game really? Did it really not spawn in a single Raptor? It did. We have one Ford Raptor with a Jurassic Park paint job. That's a sick paint job, actually. So I've tried to tune it to be able to take corners as well as possible, but I think it's just going to be one of those games where we need to rip the handbrake, use the big back end to slide it around and hit the checkpoint with it, because there's not a goddamn way we're gonna be able to turn a corner properly with it. Anyways, let's catch up to Mr. Ford man and G-Class man up here. Easier said than done when you've got so much understeer on it. I tried my best to tune it, but I think a 6x6 is just a 6x6 and doesn't obey to the laws of physics. It's a thing. Ram on Raptor violence. Come on. Am I cheering for the wrong team here? Nicely done. We gotta go. We're gaining. We're understeering. We're trying to make the corner, but it's easier said than done. I think we need to actually do a best 6x6 challenge in FH5. We do the best 6x6, and then we just run the cathedral circuit back to back to back to back to back. Wait, now that I think about it, I think we do have 6x6s. We've got this, the Raptor, and the Mercedes as proper 6x6s. We've got the Fast and Furious flip car thing. We've got the DeBerti 6x6 drift car. And we've got the Ford Dually, which is a dually. It's not exactly a 6x6, but it has 6 wheels, which counts in my mind. Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. Be on the lookout. Even though the Ram TRX plays ping pong with every wall in Mexico, it eventually can get around the circuit faster than a Mercedes and a Ford. I'm gonna be honest, chat. That didn't go as bad as I thought.
My girlfriend is like a motorcycle. I don't have one.
You also could have just said you're an AR-12 viewer, but you decided to use more words, didn't you? Challenge level impossible. A Ram TRX 6x6 drift car. It's not gonna work. Okay, so hold on. Let me try and cook. I'm gonna need to use that rewind glitch to dip the middle wheels into the ground because I don't want that much grip. So let me give it rear wheel drive. I'm gonna keep our 1,000 horsepower engine, 1,500 horsepower engine. I'm gonna get rid of my silly rear wing. I'm gonna give it thinner tires because I don't need the grip. I really don't need the grip. I guess I'm also gonna give it smaller tires. And then I guess last but not least, I just need rally suspension. The reason drift suspension is so important is because it gives you more steering angle on your cars. So if your wheels only turn normally like that, drift suspension allows you to turn them like that. Rally suspension somewhere in the middle like that. It's good, but it's not really good enough, so we just need to deal with it. And we can't change the tire compound, so we're probably cooked anyways. I do these things so you don't need to. Order of business number 1, immediately do the rewind glitch, and the middle wheels? Gone. Okay, so now we're a 4-wheeled Ram. We're just a bit long. We're like a Ram limo. So now, basically, it's just a challenge of, can we do the drift zone with no drift suspension? And I think the answer is an outstanding... Kind of. Whoa, that's a lot of speed into there. Chat, it's working! I've got 100,000 points. I haven't ended up backwards yet. I can't believe this is working. Chat, I can't believe this is working. 150k with the 6x6. Well, the 4x4, which is a 6x6 in disguise. As it turns out, this whole rewind glitch is very nice. Okay, and rewind. Thank you. It just makes the process a little longer, you know? Come on, let's go for like 160. Small angle. Small angle. No, not too much. Up the hill, Ram. Up the hill. 100k in the bank already. It's just so slow to like transition and everything. It's such a strange car to drive. Yo, look at the score. Look at the score. 175k with a 6x6. This thing is sick. The only way you could make this thing better is if you actually gave it drift suspension. If it could already do that well with no drift suspension, this with drift suspension would be so sick. Straight up, this might be The best 6x6 drift car in FH5. Dude, that's sick.